Okay, I had hope you remember we were discussing about relations and functions, and we were discussing certain things which we know from our regular classes. So today we'll discuss some more problems related to the things which we have studied, which is present in your CET textbooks. Okay, fine. Okay, so what I had given few questions also as homework. I hope you have tried the questions. So the next question is the domain of the definition of the function f of x is. What is f of x? F of x is 1 by 4 minus x square plus log of x cube minus x. Okay, so you have to find the domain. Domain means what are the values x can take. Okay, domain means what are the values x can take. So now you can see this particular function is a sum of two functions. Do you agree with this, Ankita? This particular function is a sum of two functions. Do you agree with this? Yes. So which is the first function? First function, I'll take it as f1 of x is 1 by 4 minus x square. And the second function, I'll take it as f2 of x is equal to log of x cube minus x. So what is f of x? F of x is nothing but sum of two functions, that is f1 of x plus f2 of x. Okay, when the function f1 is defined, when it is defined, if the denominator is not 0, correct? Because you have it in the rational form. f1 of x is in the rational form, p by q form you have. So when a rational function is defined, if the denominator is not equal to 0. So f1 of x is defined if the denominator, what is the denominator? 4 minus x square is not equal to 0. So that means what is the value of x? So x square is equal to 4, or 4 minus x square should not be equal to 0, which means x square should not be equal to 4. So what are the values of x so that it can be equal to 4? What are the values x can take? X square should not be 4. So what are the values x takes when it becomes 4? At what values x becomes 4? 2 and minus 2, correct? So x cannot be plus or minus 2. Okay, x cannot be plus or minus 2. So what they have told, everything in order to say that the function or the domain is domain hudukubekandre, what you have to do is the function, the value of x you have to find. What are the values that x can take? Okay, here instead of finding the values x can take, since it is a real number, the domain is real number in the, we'll remove certain numbers so that rest of the things are, under the rest of the numbers are, this particular function is well defined. So here f1 of x is 1 by 4 minus x square, which is in the rational form. So rational form only, denominator should not be 0 always. So denominator, when it becomes 0, if x is plus or minus 2. If x is plus or minus 2, then the denominator becomes 0. So x cannot be plus or minus 2. So from the real numbers, you have to remove plus 2 and minus 2. Whereas if you see the second function, f2 of x, what is f2 of x? It is log of x cube minus x. What is the criteria for log? It should always be greater than 0, correct? Log should always be greater than 0, correct, students? Log is always greater than 0. Have you seen what is log of minus 2? No. It is always greater than 0. You cannot write equal to 0 also, because log 0 is indefined or infinity. Okay. Log 0 is infinity. So we need a real number. Therefore, the value, whatever x takes, it should be greater than 0. Okay. Log x cube or x cube minus x should be greater than 0. So from this I can take x common. So which means it is x square minus 1 greater than 0. So you have product is greater than 0. So that means x should be greater than 0 and x square minus 1 is greater than 0. What is x square minus 1? In which form it is? It is in a square minus b square form. Correct? What is a square minus b square? 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 A plus b into a minus b. So here in place of, okay, in place of A we have x and in place of B we have 1. So what is x square minus 1 square? It is x plus 1 into x minus 1 should be greater than 0. So either x should be greater than 0 or x plus 1 should be greater than 0 or x minus 1 is greater than 0. This is an inequality. I hope you remember how to solve the inequality. So what is value of x? Value of x is greater than minus 1. X is greater than 1. So x can take value greater than 0. Also it can take value greater than minus 1. It can take value greater than 1. But x cannot be equal to plus or minus 2. Are you following this? Are you following this? Why we have taken x cube minus x greater than 0? Because x cube minus x is along, it's a function of log. So log is always greater than 0. So which means this particular thing, that is x cube minus x, should be greater than 0. Further, I have simplified and I found the value for x. So either x should be greater than 0 or it should be greater than minus 1 or it should be greater than 1. Okay, are you following this? Yes. So x cannot be plus or minus 2. X can be greater than 0. X can be greater than 1. X can be greater than minus 1. Out of these three, okay, out of these three, x can be greater than minus 1. X cannot be less than minus 1. So the minimum value x can take is what? What is the minimum among these three? 0, 1 and minus 1. Which is the minimum value? Which is the minimum value x can take? Which is the minimum value x can take? It is minus 1. Good. So the minimum value x can take is minus 1. So x belongs to minus 1. Okay. X belongs to minus 1. Okay. Union minus 1 till 0 it can take. Okay. And it can be greater than 0 also. Correct. But in between 0 and 1, what about in between 0 and 1? What about in between 0 and 1? Okay, x cannot be plus or minus 2, correct? X cannot be plus or minus 2, which means you have to exclude 2. Okay, so if you see the options, before actually going into each and every options, you see the options where we have minus 1. Where is the value minus 1? It is in B, C and D. But if you see D, the minimum value is minus 2. But we already know that x cannot be minus 2. So option D is ruled out. Option A is ruled out. Okay, option D and option A are ruled out. Other than that, if you see B and C, if you see B and C, okay, if you see B and C, which is the correct answer, students? X can be greater than 0. X can be greater than 1, x can be greater than minus 1, but x should not be equal to plus or minus 2. In a way, plus or minus 2 should not be included in the domain. So which is the correct answer? So which is the correct answer? It is option B or C. See, you cannot only include 2. See, it should be greater than 1 means 1 is not included. It is greater than minus 1 is means it is minus 1 is not included. So open interval aagtade, correct? Minus 1 comma 0 union 1 comma 2 union, because 2 is not included. So 2 comma infinity. So the correct option is option C. It is not option B. It is option C, because in option C, if you see, 2 is not included. Correct? ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಮತ್ತು 3 ಯ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ 2 ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 1 ಯಾವುದು ಕೂಡ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ 2. ಸೊ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ. ಡು ಯು ಅಗ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಡು ಯು ಅಗ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್? Okay, so moving on to the next question. So this is the next question. Okay, So they have given g of x is equal to 1 plus x minus, what is this function? If you have something inside the square bracket, what do you call this function as? What do you call this function as? This we have studied in a first PUC. Different kind of functions. What this function is called as? What is this function called as? Greatest integer function, not modulus function. Do you remember greatest integer function? Greatest integer function. Do you remember this? Yes. What is the value? Suppose if you have 1.2. What is the greatest integer of 1.2, students? What is the greatest integer of 1.2? It is not 2. Greatest integer function means it should be less than the integer which is less than or equal to the given number. The integer which is less than or equal to the given number. Here given number is 1.2. What is the integer less than or equal to 1.2? Which is the nearest integer to 1.2? 1. So what is the greatest integer of 1.2? It is 1. Suppose you have 2.1. What is the greatest integer? What is the greatest integer? It is 2. Okay. So now you remember what is the greatest integer function. Okay. So you can see in g of x, what they have told, g of x is equal to 1 plus x minus greatest integer function of x. So what you know, whatever your x is, okay, whatever might be your x, once you put the greatest integer function, you'll get an integer value, correct? You'll get an integer value, correct students? Correct? Suppose if I take my x is equal to 1.2. If I take my x is equal to 1.2, put it in g of x. So what is g of x? It is g of 1.2 is equal to 1 plus 1.2 minus greatest integer of 1.2. So what it is? It is 1 plus 1.2 minus, what is greatest integer of 1.2? What is greatest integer of 1.2? What is the greatest integer of 1.2? It is 1. So it is 1 plus, what is 1.2 minus 1? What is 1.2 minus 1? 1.2 minus 1 is 0.2. So you can see that whatever your x is, okay, whatever your x is, your greatest integer function is always an integer, correct? This is your integer. So from this, from x, if you are subtracting an integer, okay, from this, if you are subtracting the integer part, correct? Again, 1.2 ittu, adrinda adra integer part separate madidaga, subtract madidaga, nanige sikkiddu 0.2. So which is the value in between 0 and 1, correct? Correct? When I do this, I'll get a value in between 0 and 1. Do you agree with this? Yes? Okay, correct. So what happens? This is in between 0 and 1, correct? This is in between 0 and 1. Okay, yeah. So now, you have understood all these things. So now, what they've told, f of x is minus 1 if x is greater than 0, and it is 0 if x is equal to 0, and 1 if x is greater than 0. We have to find what is f composition g of x. So it is nothing but f of g of x. Okay, so that is f of, what is g of x? What is the value of g of x? Is it greater than 0 or less than 0? What it is? If you see g of x, okay, if you see g of x, as I told you earlier, 1 plus some x plus the x minus the greatest integer function. Already you have told this lies in between 0 and 1, correct? This value lies in between 0 and 1, correct? This part lies in between 0 and 1. Do you agree with this, students? Do you agree with this? Yes. So what is 1 plus this value? 1 plus this value, is it greater than 1 or less than 1? Okay. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ x ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ x ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 0 ಮತ್ತೆ 1 ನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು 1 ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಡಿಂಗ್ 1. So what happens? Obviously this value should be greater than 1, correct? Obviously g of x should be greater than 1, correct students? Yes. So what happens to my g of x? G of x is always greater than 1. G of x is always greater than 1, correct? G of x is always greater than 1. If what they've told, x value greater than 1 iddaga, what is f of x? What is f of x? If x is greater than 1, what is f of x, students? It is 1. It is not 0. X greater than 0 anta helidre 1 kuda 0 ginta jaasti alva, correct Subramanya? 1 is also greater than 0. Whenever x is greater than 0, f of x is 1. Here already I know that g of x is always greater than 1. So what happens to my f composition g of x? What value it should take? What should be the value? What should be the value? What should be the value? G of x is always greater than 1. Okay, g of x is always greater than 1. Greater than 1 ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು f ಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ, suppose x is equal to 1.5. Yes, what is f of 1.5 then? What is f of 1.5 then? It is 1. So f composition g of x is always 1. So the correct answer is option 2. I hope you have understood. X minus greatest integer of mod x is lies in between 0 and 1. Okay, idu 0 ಮತ್ತೆ 1 ನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So when you add 1 to that, it obviously becomes greater than 1. Okay, we need to find what is f composition g of x. ಈ g of x ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ greater than 1 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So g of x ಇದ್ದ place ಅಲ್ಲಿ I am taking a value which is greater than 1. So what happens to f when value is greater than 1? Okay, ಒಂದು x ಗೆ greater than 1 ತಗೊಂಡಾದಾಗ f of x ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? It is always 1. So my correct option is option 2. Okay, so this is the next question. F of x is an odd function and f of 1 is equal to, okay, f of x is an odd function and f of 1 is equal to a and f of x plus 2 is equal to f of x plus f of 2. Then what is the value of f of 3? So before going into the question, can anyone tell me what is an odd function? What is an odd function? Odd function. Do you remember? We had discussed something about odd function and even function. What is an odd function? What is an odd function? Do you remember? What is an odd function? Odd function and even function. Yes, good Subramanya. You remember? Yes. If f of x, in place of x, if you put f of minus x and if you are getting it as minus of f of x, then it is an odd function. And even after replacing x by minus x, if you are getting the function as the same, f of x, then it is an even function. Can anyone tell me an example for odd function? Example for odd function? Any one example for odd function? Odd function example. If you take f of x is equal to 2x, is it an odd function or even function? F of x is equal to 2x, whether it is an odd function or even function. Check it. What you have to do? Replace x by minus x. Replace x by minus x. What you will get? What kind of function is this? Is it an odd function or an even function? Odd function. Good, Ankita. It is an odd function because f of minus x, if you do, what you will get? It is 2 into minus x, which is minus 2x. Keeping aside minus, it is nothing but minus into f of x. So this is an odd function. Hope now you have regained your memory about odd functions and even functions. Okay. Yeah. Next. Now what they've told, f of x is an odd function. So what does that mean? f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Okay, whatever may be the value of x, f of minus x is minus f of x, since f is an odd function. What else they have told? F of 1 is a. They have told f of 1 is a. And what is f of x plus 2? X plus 2 is f of x plus f of 2. Okay, that is, if you have sum of two things, then you can split the functions. Now we have to find what is f of 3. Okay, we have to find what is f of 3. What is the value of f of 3? Now how to find this? How to find this? So for that, what I'll do is put x is equal to minus 1. Put x is equal to minus 1. Okay, put x is equal to. Why we are doing this? Because I don't know the value of f of 2. In case if I know the value of f of 2, then I could have directly written as 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 anta baribodittu. But nanige f of 2 eshtu anta gottilla. So for that, what I am doing, first I have to find what is f of 2. So what I am doing, put x is equal to minus 2 in this equation. So what happens to this equation? It becomes f of minus 1 plus 2 is equal to f of minus 1 plus f of 2. What is minus 1 plus 2? What is minus 1 plus 2, students? What is the value? It is 1. Correct? It is 1. So f of 1 is equal to f of minus 1 plus f of 2. Okay. What is f of 1? What is f of 1? F of 1 is a. Okay. Okay. Now I have f of minus 1. F of minus 1. What can I do this? Can I do anything here? I have f of minus 1. What could be done here? We have, whenever we have f of minus x, since f is an odd function, if we have f of minus x, we can write it as, yes, good, Nur Fatima, good, it is an odd function, so we have to use that. So this becomes minus of f of 1. We are using the odd function concept plus f of 2. So that is a is equal to minus. What is f of 1? F of 1 is a plus f of 2. We need the value of f of 2. So f of 2 is nothing but, you are taking this minus a to the other side. So it becomes a plus a is equal to 2a. So what is the value of f of 2? F of 2 is 2a. I need what is f of 3. Okay, I need what is f of 3. So put x is equal to 1 in this equation. Okay, in equation 1. Put x is equal to 1 in equation 1. So what you get? F of 1 plus 2 is equal to f of 1 plus f of 2. Our ultimate aim is to find what is f of 3. What is 1 plus 2? What is 1 plus 2? What is 1 plus 2, students? It is 3. So f of 3 is equal to f of 1 plus f of 2. We know the value of f of 1. What is the value of f of 1? What is the value of f of 1? It is a plus, what is the value of f of 2? It is 2a. So a plus 2a is 3a. So what is f of 3? What is the value of f of 3? It is 3a. So the correct option is option 4. Okay, 3a is the correct option. See how we are using the odd function concept. Okay, because we did not know what is f of 2. That's why we were using this concept. Okay, yeah. Moving on to the next question. Okay, the relation less than on the set of natural numbers is what kind of relation is that? The relation less than in set of natural numbers. You have to tell me what kind of relation is this? Is it a symmetric relation, transitive relation, reflexive relation, equivalence relation? So which is the correct answer? Less than anta helidre relation elli define agide, it is defined on set of natural numbers. N in the n. Okay, the relation is defined from on set of natural numbers. Okay, so you have to what is the relation? Suppose you have two numbers, a comma b belongs to n that is natural number, then how is related? A is related to B if and only if A is less than B. Okay, A is related to B if and only if A is less than B. So you have to say whether it is a symmetric relation, whether it is a transitive relation, whether it is a reflexive relation, or it is an equivalence relation. So in order to check symmetric relation, we have to take two numbers. Is it a symmetric relation, students? Is it a symmetric relation? Is it a symmetric relation? No. Why? Can you give me an example why it is not symmetric? Can you give me an example? Okay, Noor Fatima has told it is not symmetric. Can you give me an example, Noor Fatima? Do you remember what is reflexivity? Reflexive anta helidre, ordered pair A comma A should belong to R for every A belongs to N. Whatever A you take from the natural numbers, the ordered pair A comma A should be in the relation. Symmetric means if A comma B is there, then you should also find B comma A. A comma B yavagirutte if A is less than B. Whether A less than B implies B is less than A. So if you take two numbers, 1 comma 2. Okay. Whether ordered pair 1 comma 2 belongs to the relation? Yes, because 1 is less than 2. But what about 2 comma 1? Whether 2 comma 1 belongs to R? Whether 2 comma 1 belongs to R? No. Why? Because 2 is not less than 1. Correct? 2 is not less than 1. So the relation is not symmetric. Of course, it is not reflexive because any number cannot be less than itself. Correct? It is only equal to it. So it is not reflexive. What about, so if it is not symmetric, if it is not reflexive, it cannot be equivalence. So what should be my correct option? What should be my correct option? Second one. It should be only transitive. Okay. See, one alla anta heluvaga 1 ಮತ್ತೆ 4 ಹೋಯಿತು. 1 ಮತ್ತೆ 4 ಹೋದ್ರೆ next remaining is second and third. Since obviously it is not reflexive, the correct option is only transitive. Okay. This is the next question. Okay, this is your next question. Let R be a, if R be a relation, hege relation define agide, less than anta define agide. Andre ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಗಿಂತ ಸಣ್ಣದಾದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. Okay, from where the relation is defined from A to B. Okay, relation is defined from A to B. How it is defined? What is A? A contains elements 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the elements in B? 1, 3, 5. Okay. So now you have to tell me what are the ordered pair in set R. Yavadella elements relation alli irutte? If you take 1 from A, 1 comma 1, whether 1 comma 1 belongs to R, the first number should be less than second number. Whether 1 comma 1 belongs to R. Okay. Check. Relation hege define agide? A less than B anta define agide. Correct? The relation is defined as A less than B. Whether 1 comma 1 belongs to R. Whether 1 is less than 1. 1 comma 1. No. So 1 comma 1 is not there. Okay. Next 1 comma 3. What about 1 comma 3? What about 1 comma 3? Yes, because 1 is less than 3. Okay. Then what about 1 comma 5? 1 comma 5? Yes. So similarly you take 2. So 2 comma 1. Is it possible 2 comma 1? Whether 2 comma 1 is possible? No, because 2 is not less than 1. 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 is possible. 2 comma 5 is possible. Next, if you take 3, 3 comma 5 is possible, and 4 comma 5 is possible. So these are the elements in the relation where the relation is defined as less than. The first element should be less than second element. But you can see something different here. R inverse. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು R inverse ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ? R inverse ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮಗೆ R ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರುವ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಡ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. First element ಎಂತ? 1 comma 3. Correct? The first element is 1 comma 3. What is the reverse of that? Is 3 comma 1. Okay, whatever the element R possesses, The reverse you have to write. Okay, the reverse you have to write. So what is the next element? Next element is 5, 1, and the next element is 3, 2. Next element is 5, 2. Next element is 5, 3 and 5, 4. Okay, so these are the elements in R inverse. Remember always, whatever R has, exactly reverse R inverse has. Okay, 1, 3 idre ulta bariyantadu 3, 1. 1, 5 ide, so you have to write the ulta of that. So what is it? 5, 1. Then you have 2, 3, you have to write the reverse. Okay, someone is telling me the answer. What is the answer? Second one. Okay, Noor Fatima is giving me the answer as second one, but that is not right. We want what is R composition, R inverse, Noor Fatima. We want R composition, R inverse. Think. Second one is not the answer. Think. No, first one is also not the answer. Okay, now how to find R composition, R inverse. Okay, I hope you have taken what is R and R inverse. I'll write it again. Okay, R has 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. And R inverse is 3, 1, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4. Okay, so R composition, R inverse. Okay, R is a mapping from A to B. Okay, R is a mapping from A to B. R inverse is a mapping from B to A. Okay, R inverse is a mapping from B to A. So R composition R inverse, okay, R composition R inverse is a mapping from B to B. Okay, R composition R inverse is a mapping from B to B, because we are going in this way. Okay, R inverse in a domain yaudu, it is B. And what is the codomain of R? It is B. So R composition R inverse is nothing but from B to B. Yes, good Vani. Answer is third one. So it comes from B to B. Again, the relation is A less than B. So B al yaudal elements ide? What are the elements in B? 1, 3, 5. Okay. So how the ordered pair goes? So it is like R composition R inverse of 1. Okay, so it is R of R inverse of 1. What is, can you see any ordered pair starting with 1 in R inverse? Can you see any ordered pair starting with 1 in R inverse? Can you see any ordered pair starting with 1 in R inverse? No. So there is no element in R composition R inverse starting with 1. Okay, 1 is done. What is the next element in B? 3 is the next element. So R composition R inverse. Okay, wait a minute. R composition R inverse. Okay, R composition R inverse of 3. So it is R of R inverse of 3. So what are the ordered pairs which starts with the 3 in R inverse? What are the ordered pair which starts with the 3 in R inverse? Can you find any ordered pair which starts with the 3? Yes, 3, 1 you have, 3, 2 you have, correct? You have 2 elements. So R of, so what happens? R inverse of 3 is either it can be 1, okay, or it can be R of 2 also, correct? So what is the answer of R of 1? R of 1 is, what is the answer? R of 1. See, elements in R anta helidre, ili ordered pair 1, 3 bardidiralla, adra artha R of 1 is 3, R of 1 is 5, R of 2 is 3. Okay, this is the meaning. Similarly, R of 2 is 5, R of 3 is 5, R of 4 is 5. Okay, this is the meaning of relation. Okay, similarly with R inverse. R inverse of 3 means it is 1. Also, it can be equal to R inverse of 3 is equal to 2. Okay, that is the meaning of ordered pairs. Okay, R of that first element is equal to the second element. So now what is R of 1, students? What is R of 1? R of 1 can be 3 or 5, correct? R of 1 can be either 3 or it can be 5, because R of 1 is 3, R of 1 is 5 also. So it can be either 3 or 5. So what is the first ordered pair we have? 3, 3, and the second one is 3, 5. Okay, first one is 3, 3 and second one is 3, 5. So which is the okay, so which is the correct option? Option 3 is the correct option. Similarly, you can see with the next element, R of 5. R inverse of 5, if you take, the correct option is third one. Okay. Is it clear, students? Is it clear? Yes? Okay. I'll give one more question. After that, take it as a homework. Okay, let R be a relation on a set A such that R is equal to R inverse. Then what is R? Take this as homework, students. And this also. And this. Take these 3 questions as homework. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll meet in the next class.